All right. How's everybody doing this morning? Good morning. Good Friday morning. That's right, man. The sun's up and we're rocking and rolling already. Today is Friday, September 17th, 2021. Moving on into the fall already. It's kind of feeling like that a little bit out there, but hey, well, I'd like to welcome everybody, all of our new associates here. Welcome to the Prime family. Appreciate every one of you. This week's a special week for y'all. Driver Appreciation Week, and we'll get into that a little bit later, but a lot of good stuff being passed around here, fruit and yogurt and all that good stuff, and a little oatmeal too as well. So make sure you grab one of those or grab a box and take it with you, put it on your truck. So, and appreciate our Nature Ripe representative, Rick, who's here this week too with us, and he'll be talking in a little bit. So this morning, got Steve Field up here. Steve's our safety director. Myself, I'm Dave White, and I work in the safety department. Like to take it out first. Let's go out to Salt Lake City. Do we have Troy out there?
Good morning.
Good response there, Troy.
How's everybody?
We're doing good. Yourself?
Fantastic out in Salt Lake City. It's a beautiful day. We're going to hit like 85 degrees. Nice sunshine, beautiful, no wind. It's going to be a great day in Salt Lake.
I see you got your red on. Look good.
Yes, sir. Remember, everyone deployed. Is that what it stands for?
You're right on there. I thought maybe you turned over to a Chiefs fan, but probably not.
No, that'll never happen, sir. But I am a Ute fan, and this is our colors, so we're good.
Good to hear. You got anything going on out there you want to bring up?
You know, just a lot of a lot of students here. Every week we get a little bit more. Getting busier, getting our students out here, getting more trainers coming through Salt Lake City, which is amazing. We can take all the trainers we can get. So and we got the facility. We're ready for you. Right now we got about 25 people in line for our fantastic breakfast. So come to Utah. It's great out here.
Good deal. Good to hear. If you got any questions today or any comments, make sure you get on the mic, Troy. Love to have you.
Thank you.
All right, let's go out to Pittston, Pennsylvania. We got Rick out there.
Good morning. How are you doing down there?
Hey, we're doing great. Yourself?
Doing just fine. It's going to be a fantastic weekend here. Sunshine all weekend. High 80s. We might get one more time in the pool this weekend.
There you go. Plus, we got football going on. That's what really matters, right?
Yeah, that does matter.
How's your attendance out there this morning?
We have a great crowd here today, and we had a great crowd this week as far as orientation is concerned. We're looking at about 40 people through orientation, and Pat is going strong.
That is great, man. That's what builds this company, no doubt. So, same thing for you, Rick. If you got any questions, concerns, whatever, make sure you bring them up.
Certainly will. We appreciate it. Thank you.
All right, appreciate you too. Back here in Springfield, like to do this first, and we try to do this every week. If you're new to Prime this week, this is your first week of orientation. If you could stand and be recognized, we'd like to give you a round of applause. All right, thank you very much. Appreciate every one of you. This week is a special week, Driver Appreciation Week. But what we all need to remember is how important trucking really is. Trucking is the backbone to our U.S. economy. There's no doubt about it. And the truckload sector, I like to consider being the heartbeat of it. If you think about it, and I know many of you are new here and you may have not even thought about this yet, but let's say you pick up a load of fruit out in California, pick up a load of Nature Ripe, you got a load of berries on it, it's going to the East Coast. That load can be there by Wednesday, Thursday. It can be on somebody's dinner table by Friday morning very easily. And that's how important trucking is, no doubt. That family in Massachusetts that doesn't get that fruit very much was relying on that load coming from California to get there. And that's what we do here at Prime. And we're very proud of it. We're very proud of our operators too. You guys do an awesome job. And all the new folks here, welcome to our family. There's no doubt about it. We are a family. We're a big family, but we love every one of you. And we want you all to be safe out there. And just remember, trucking is the heartbeat of this country. There's no doubt. And appreciate you all's commitment for coming in here. All of our current drivers out there listening on YouTube or Facebook Live and at all of our terminals, thank you for what you do too. You guys are awesome. There's a number of faces I see out here I recognize, been here at Prime for many years. And enjoy this week and enjoy these free goodies we got here in Springfield. Appreciate it. You know, Steve, this past year and a half with COVID, no doubt trucking has shined. I'm just going to turn it over to you on that one.
Well, I think you said it well, Dave. And, you know, Dave and I have been truckers almost our entire lives. And, you know, it's just an honorable profession. It's a good profession. You know, I'm proud to call myself a trucker. And for you new folks here, you know, you're not just holding the steering wheel. It really hurts me when I hear someone say, I'm just a trucker. No, that's not what it is. It's exactly what Dave said. You are the backbone of this country. And for you new folks, it's going to be challenging the next 3 or 4 months. You've probably got your permit. You're going to be working towards getting your CDL with your instructor. Then you're going to be heading out with your trainer for at least 30,000 more miles. We'll be knocking on the door a winner right there. So there's a lot of challenges coming, but we're going to give you all the support you need. We're going to give you great equipment. We've got great staff here. Everything we're going to give you, we believe, to be the best in the industry. So as Dave said, I do want to thank you for being here. Thank you for joining our family here. We're going to do our best to support you. And one thing I'll say about Driver Appreciation Week, we always look forward to it. It's kind of fun. You know, we get some customers in, we have some giveaways, but you know, really, if you're in this for real, it better be Driver Appreciation Week every week out there. And we get that at Prime. We're not perfect. We're far from perfect, but I think we've recognized more than anyone, and I think our customers have recognized it as well, that we're nothing without our drivers. And we honestly mean that. And every week is Driver Appreciation Week here at Prime. And sometimes it's tough love, but we mean it. What we're doing is to improve you, make you safer, and give you that opportunity to take care of your family, maybe give them opportunities that you didn't have growing up. You're giving it to the next generation. So thanks for being here. Thanks for being part of trucking. We got a really good group of speakers today. We've been real fortunate. Just week after week, I think we've been having some good speakers. So today we've got Jason Seymour. Jason always does a nice job about talking about some of the opportunities that there are when you team. It's just incredible right now. Robert said something yesterday in our meeting that right now the trucking environment is a once in a career opportunity right now. This is just incredible for trucking right now, and we're taking advantage of it. So Jason's going to talk about that. We're going to have a quick update from Tanker with Brett Von Willer. We haven't had Tanker in a while, kind of what he has going on up in Manuka with our new terminal. Going to have Sean Riker and a couple folks from Comdata here. We've got Chase and Tara here to talk about what Comdata says, and that's going to lead us right into our R&R program. And we'll have Daryl Hopkins and Sean talk about that, and they'll explain what the R&R program is. And then Steve Wetke's brought a very special customer here today to kind of talk to us, and we'll get Rick's input on what's going on in the industry, and then we'll close it out. So we got a lot going on. We appreciate you being here. Make sure you take advantage of the goodies that Nature Right brought for us out here, brought for you. And I think we're going to go ahead and get started. You got some safety numbers first, though.
Got some safety numbers first. This past week's inspections, we had 119 inspections. 78 of those were clean. So clean inspections you get paid on. And those are the ones we're looking for because that's what drives our safety numbers. So about 66% clean inspections, and we're doing great this year so far on our clean inspections. So keep it up. This past week, I had the opportunity with the Missouri Trucking Association to go down here to the scale in Joplin, recognize all the drivers, and kind of an interesting thing they did down there, enforcement did. They brought in all the trucks, and we were handing out bags of goodies, and they made it all green lights. So you guys never, all of our drivers that were out there on the road never got weighed, nothing. We're just handing out good bags of goodies. So you can see the drivers are pulling in, and they got that look on their face like, oh, crap, I'm coming into a scale. But when we hand them a bag of goodies and tell them to head on out, they're like, oh, okay. And they got the green light. They just let them roll right on through. So really good, just appreciating our drivers. Enforcement was with us as well, too, handing out those bags. So really cool little segment, and I wish we could do that at every scale in every state, and hopefully it catches a little bit of fire and we're able to do that. So, but continue on, make sure you do proper post-trip inspections, pre-trip inspections, looking all the time at your equipment because it really drives these safe numbers and these clean inspections. So how about if we get Jason up here?
Okay.
You're rolling.
I always like to throw Jason a curveball.
Right.
I'll tell you something here. We haven't been doing it much, but we like to work hard and party hard here. And we have some great holiday parties, picnics, and we're going to get back to that. But how that relates to Jason, I'll tell you, if you get a cocktail or two in Jason, he can do a mean Bruce Springsteen. I don't know if you remember from Pittston a couple years ago, but
That was the best Christmas party ever. Best Christmas party ever.
it was for you, Jason.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
I kind of remember it. No, it was a good time. Robert definitely knows how to throw a party, and hopefully, God willing, we'll get back to that sooner rather than later, because they are a lot of fun. But today I get to talk to you about another great opportunity. Steve alluded to it. First, welcome. Thanks for being here. Really appreciate it. For me and my family, every day is Driver Appreciation Day. I've been here a little over 25 years, and what you folks do out on the road has allowed me to support my family for a long time. I knew zero about trucking. And man, once I got in the door, I'm like, this is like the best job ever. Because really, you get the more I help people be successful, the more successful I am. It's just a wonderful thing. And so it's been a really rewarding, and I appreciate you guys giving me the opportunity to do that for as long as I have. So hopefully I got a few more in me. So we'll see. Depends on how many Christmas parties we have, right, Fields? But the opportunities right now are arguably better than they've ever been. And what I'm talking about there is earnings. Many of you are here. It's your first week. You've just got your permit. You're maybe working towards your permit. You haven't been out on a truck yet. The yellow vest, you're working towards that. They're in that apprenticeship, working towards getting your CDL. And, I can just tell you, for the folks in the yellow vest, I'm just going to ask you, how many of you, if I could tell you, you can make $100,000 in the next 52 weeks, would want to take advantage of that? How many of you? Okay, great. Because that's what we want. And that's good. $100,000 and a big win tomorrow, right? There you go. We'll see. Well, the good thing about this is the path is already built for you. All the hard work and the heavy lifting's been done. The path is laid out. All you got to do is follow the program. And that's what I'm here to do, is to talk to you just a little bit about that program today and that path, and kind of get you asking questions, because what we want to do is we want to think about where we want to be in the next 52 weeks, because the work towards that goal starts right now. Okay. So I'm going to throw some numbers out here at you. For the next 3 to 4 weeks, you're probably going to earn zero, right? Because it's an unpaid apprenticeship. You're out there working towards getting your CDL. So for the next 4 weeks, your earnings are going to be zero. Now, once you get that CDL and you trifecta and you pass that CDL test, you become a trainee. And the minimum requirement there is 30,000 miles, along with some safety and log stuff, accidents, tickets, critical events, that kind of thing. So, and that time takes about 9 weeks. Now, we pay our co-drivers $900 a week. If you're out there working for a full week, your earnings are going to be $900. So for that 9-week period of time, 9 times 9, that's 8,100. Okay. Now, once you get to that point, you're going to be eligible to upgrade and get into your own truck and become a solo operator. Okay. During that 9 weeks, you're going to learn everything you need to know about operating a truck independently, successfully, safely, and profitably. And just a little bit of a disclaimer here. These numbers that I'm getting ready to give you are for our refrigerated division. All the numbers in the 3 different divisions are pretty close, but they're a little bit different if you're a tanker person. Flatbed's a little bit different. If you're a company, it's a little bit different. So these are refrigerated lease numbers, okay? Our average solo profit in our refrigerated lease division is $1,565 a week. That's after paying your truck payment, after paying your fuel, after paying your tolls, repairs, all the other stuff that you have to pay as a business expense. Profit to the truck average $1,565 a week. Now, our training period is, you can start to train at 6 months. So if 4 weeks it is a PSD, 9 weeks as a co-driver, that's basically 3 months period of time. So if you run the next 3 months as a solo, that's 13 weeks at $1,565, means in your bank account, home to your family to support them, a little over $20,000. Now at that 6 month mark, you're eligible to train. And you're eligible to train. Our requirements are 6 months of experience, which you've got at that point. 60 days of being a lead seat at Prime, which you would have had at that point. There's also some requirements with regard to safety and logs and some of these other things that we look for, claims. because we want to make sure that we're putting you with the best of the best. All right. We want to emulate and duplicate that success with the next level. So at 6 months, provided that you're good on the safety front with accidents, logging, I'll always bring that up because that seems to be a sticking point. Personal conveyance, off-duty, sleeper burst split, talk to your circle of trust. While you're out there running solo, you want to build your circle of trust, and that involves your fleet manager, maybe myself or one of the other operations managers, Steve Larson, Stan Casterkey, who you all know from the PSD training area out there, your trainers and instructors. All right. We encourage that relationship through your career here because they can be a good source of information. But I also want to make sure that you're talking to Steve and Dennis and Dave in the safety department to make sure that you understand what a critical event is, that you have these post-accident follow-ups if you unfortunately have one. Make sure that you're talking to your log department to make sure that you're using personal conveyance correctly or that you're using the right split time. What breaks my heart more than anything is a person that comes through and at 6 months are like, all right, I want to train. And we go through and we start to review all this stuff. And we're like, man, Jason, you've really been screwing your logs up. They're so bad that we can't have you train. We got to put you through a comprehensive log class, and we're going to make you go out for another 30 days to prove that you can apply what we just taught you to do them correctly. So make sure that you're talking to those folks through your training period, through that 6 month period of time, so that when that 6 month mark happens, you're ready to go. Okay. So let's say you do that and you're ready to go. You come in, you take the trainer class, the instructor class, you come in just like the folks that are here this week. Many of them that are going to be taking you out to teach you to get your CDLs. And in addition to the $1,565 profit that you're still going to earn because you're still running solo freight, nothing changes there. We pay an additional $300 a week stipend for taking you out on the truck. Okay. So that means for the next 4 weeks, you're going to earn $1,865, which is another $7,460. Now, this is the good part. Teams are so valuable in our system right now. We can't get enough of them. Customers can't get enough of them. Rates are through the roof. Once you pass your CDL and you're running that team freight, right? The FedEx loads, the Nature Ripe loads, all these other high value loads that we haul. Those teams, our average team profit over the last 52 weeks is north of $3,000. That's after paying your truck payment, after paying your fuel, after paying your co-driver. All right. Those trainers are making north of $3,000. So if you look at the next 52, that leaves you 22 weeks of running as a team at $3,045 a week. That's almost $67,000. If you add all that up, that's $102,000, almost $103,000. So again, the path is there for you. All right. I'm just here to talk about the program a little bit and get you thinking about it, because we have a lot of people that were in your shoes 1 year ago today that have done exactly that. Some have made a little bit more, some have made a little bit less, but we have many, many drivers that are in the same spot you were 52 weeks ago today, that in the last 52 weeks have put $102,000, almost $103,000 in their bank accounts to their families. And that's powerful. And that's the example, that's opportunity that we have for you here at Prime. We're very proud of it. We want to advertise it. We want to talk about it. We want people thinking about it. And we want you to start planning today. That's the key. Plan today. Start with the end in mind. Think about where you want to be 52 weeks from now, and start that plan today with your trainer, with your circle of trust, with the safety department, the log department, your fleet manager. We're all here to support you. The better you do, the better we all do. And that's all I have. Thank you.
Man, you nailed it today. Any questions for Jason? We haven't had him for a couple of weeks, so he really, really tried hard today. I think you're going to get off easy.
Bruce Springsteen, huh? Born to Run? Is that your song?
It was Christmas, Dave. Come on.
Okay.
Jason said it a couple of times, but I'm going to emphasize one point that he said. Our success, the entire success, depends on our drivers. If you fail, we fail. When you succeed, I don't care if you're making $500,000 out there. That's good for me. That's good for Prime, because that's what we're all about, doing it safely, taking care of our customers. The opportunity is truly there. And what you are, your growth for us. I'm sure Steve will talk about growth. It's so important to our company. So all this comes together. As Jason said, we've been doing this a while. Our PSD program, about 15 years old, 16 years old now. So the heavy lifting has been done. We just need to implement this plan, and it's good. All right. You ready, Sean?
Let's go, Von Wheeler.
Oh, yeah, I'm sorry.
He's
Brett,
right to
on
your
the other
right.
side.
He's on the other side.
Well, we haven't seen you in a couple of months. I'd like to introduce Brett Von Willer. Brett runs our tanker division here. It's our smallest division, but it does have unique opportunities, some different freight. So go ahead, Brett.
Thank you. Good morning, everybody. My name is Brett Von Willer. I work up in tanker operations. Just like Jason, I have been here over 25 years as well. I started much younger than he did, but we are right up in reefer dispatch area. That is where the whole tanker division sits. We also have terminals in Indiana and Savannah, Georgia as well that run tanker. I want to take an opportunity to talk about a new terminal, but before I do that, I want to echo what the whole theme is today, and that's teams. Our division continues to grow. We continue to outperform year after year, but we're also in need of trainers as well. We have 13 today trainees that we need to get placed. So if you're safe, if you don't have accidents, your critical events are in good shape, you've been here long enough, come see me, talk to your fleet manager, get signed up, get training. Our numbers are our numbers are very similar to the reefer. Just like Jason said, there's a little bit of difference week to week between flatbed, tanker, and reefer, but they're all similar. You're gonna make about the same money in any division running team. Our trainers make about $1,300 more per week than our solos do. So that's about $65,000 that you could put in the bank more if you're training than if you're running solo and tanker. We do it on fewer miles. Our freight has a shelf life on it. We're hauling food grade oils. So those oils have to go into production within a certain time frame. So our busy time is Sunday through Thursday. We slow down a little bit on Fridays and Saturdays. Good opportunity to work on backing with your trainee. Good opportunity to just help your trainee get a little bit better before he upgrades. We also have an inedible division or non-kosher. This is servicing the pet industry. We've had this division for about 2 years, and it continues to outperform year over year. What's unique about this for the tanker division is it gave us the opportunity to spread into Nebraska, Oklahoma, Kansas, Texas, New Mexico, Minnesota, areas that the tanker division, who's primarily East Coast, we couldn't recruit from there. We couldn't bring drivers in from there, but now we can. We also have trainers in that division that are training every single week, PSDing every single week, and that division continues to grow as well. The last thing I wanted to talk about is the new terminal that is under construction right now. It's in Minooka, Illinois, which is at 80 and 55, if you're familiar with that area. We are opening it's going to be a 2-bay tanker washout. It's going to be a 1-bay reefer washout. It's going to have 6 shop bays. It's going to have 2 rebuild bays. So it's going to be pretty much a full-fledged terminal. It's not going to have bunks. It's bunk rooms. It's not going to have a cafeteria like this. It'll have vending. It'll have locker rooms, showers. We're going to bring in some food trucks. But it is on schedule to open the middle of January as of our last construction meeting. I will say that a tornado touched down 1 mile from there. But since that last meeting, the only damage or only setback was a subcontractor had put their insulation down. They had not secured that insulation, so it went everywhere. They've got most of it cleaned up. They're going through it, salvaging what they can, and then order what they need. But last update was we are on schedule to open the middle of January. So the hiring has begun. The shop, myself, security, maintenance. We're all doing the interviews and getting people hired. So that facility is up and running just like any other facility from day one. Touch base on parking up there. We're going to have 100 driver long-term parking that you'll be able to pull into, separated by a curb. You can pull your personal vehicle to the other side to move stuff from your vehicle to your truck. It's going to have 118 pull-through spots, so you can pull through, don't have to back in. It's going to have over 100 back-end spots. Those are going to be mainly for tanker loaded trailers and clean trailers. And then it's going to have 36 additional bobtail parking. That's a little update from tanker, a little update on the Minooka facility. If no one has any questions.
We're going to let you go, Brett, because we're going to have to change the schedule a little bit.
Okay.
All
good.
right, appreciate it. Going to bump you for a second, Sean. Right, Robert? You know, we're going to change the meeting just a little bit. Robert's got a meeting to go to, but for everyone that's new, I'd like to introduce Robert Lowe, our founder and president. Robert?
Hey, thank you all. Good to see you. Welcome to you new folks. We truly appreciate you. You made a good decision coming here. Let us prove that to you. Those numbers that Jason, that's not smoke and mirrors. It's a real thing. We can do that together. So I just wanted to say hello. I've got to shove off, but I'm leaving it in very capable hands. Steve Wookie, even you. Rick Burden, man, thanks so much. Right there is the best customer in the world, but we're streaming. I hope Walmart's not watching. Oh, is it? Okay. But I tell you what, he is great. He's great to work with, pays good money, cares about the driver. He's a real deal. So, Rick, thank you very much for joining us. I'm sure drivers appreciate getting to see you and hear from you. So everybody have a good day. God bless you. Please be safe out there.
Thank you, Robert. Before I bring Sean and his crew up, I did want to just kind of add one thing to what Brett said. In case you didn't realize, that new terminal in Minooka, that's for everyone up there. Yeah, it's primarily for a tanker customer. That's why they chose that location. But we're building it so if you live in that area, you can park your car there, leave your truck there on home time. If you need a good, safe parking spot just a little bit south and west of the Chicago area, that's going to be it, secure parking. So we put a lot of thought into it. And I think it's a Love's is just down the street, like a mile down the street, and that'll be our fueling point up there. So I think that's going to be a fantastic addition to our network out there. Okay, are you ready, Sean? I'd like to introduce Sean Riker. Sean manages our payroll department. He worked in our permit department. He's worked in safety. Just can't seem to hold a job, but well, that's all right. And with him, he's got Chase and Tara. So I'll get out of the way.
I appreciate that, Steve. So I want to start by saying, obviously, Driver Appreciation Week. Guys, thank you for everything. New drivers, of course, you made a good choice. We talked about teams also, and I work in driver payroll. We're a piece of that team when you guys are out on the road. Any questions you have, payroll related, anything like that, guys, our information's on your My Contacts in your app. We are here to help you. Make sure you guys do reach out. If you're wondering about anything, we're here to help you with it. So on the same team concept, I think it's important that we see our vendors sometimes. So, we got Chase and Tara, and I'll let them talk here in a minute, but a lot of times you guys see the face of the card, like the on-road card, the Comdata card gets you in the doors. You can buy stuff with it if you have money on the personal side, you fuel with it. You're real familiar with that part of it, but to make it happen, there's a lot of support that happens even behind us, and that's exactly what they do for us. So Chase, I'll let you take over and kind of tell them what's going on.
Sure. Thanks, Sean. My name is Chase Black. I've been at Comdata for 16 years. I've worked with Prime for, I think, about 4 years. I'm the sales rep for the account, and I work closely with Sean, Daryl, Rodney, Mr. Lowe, and a lot of the other team members here at Prime. Part of my job is coming up with new technology based off feedback from the drivers. So to give you a little bit of idea, the on-road card was developed based off feedback from you all and with the Prime team to make a better card for the driver, especially the ones that get their settlements or pay to the card. So that's what I do. And Tara?
Good morning. First of all, I wanted to say thank you to all of you. It's Driver Appreciation Week, and I don't always get to say thank you. I'm often on the side of fixing issues or addressing issues. So thank you very much for what you do. Without you guys out there working, doing the things you do, I wouldn't have my job. So I do appreciate you very much. My name is Tara Homburg. I'm your National Account Specialist. What does that mean to you? I live right here in the Springfield area, and I work on site on Tuesdays. I'm here oftentimes in the cafeteria around lunchtime. I'm also over in Sean's payroll area if you need to come see me. But what I do, if you have had issues with your Comdata card or questions, or you need help with the app, you're more than welcome to come by and see me on Tuesday. If I'm not here or you're not here on a Tuesday, which a lot of you probably aren't, you can get a hold of your payroll department, your fleet manager, your fuel desk. If you are having issues and they're not able to solve those problems for you, or you just have questions, that's when they'll give you to me. So they can get you in touch with me, and I can help you with your Comdata card. I know I've been helping a lot of drivers out there, and you guys are more than drivers. I've been helping Brianna and Evelyn. You guys know who you are. I've helped Chad, Dane. Last night I helped Brian. And you guys are people to me, and I want you to be able to do your job. And that's what I'm here for, to help you keep rolling, keep you doing your job. And that's what I want to be here for. So if you have any questions, make sure you get a hold of me. We're going to play a little Comdata trivia to wake you guys up. Everybody pay attention. These are $50 gift cards. Now I have everybody's attention, see? All right, so we're going to play a little Comdata trivia, and I think Chase is going to start that off. You may have some other things you're going to say, or you're going to?
No, we go ahead
All
and
right.
get started with the gift cards.
Okay.
Easy question. What's my name? And the activation code for the, you're welcome. And the activation code is 12345. Real easy. Next question.
Raise your hand. We got to see this. We don't have buttons to press.
Where-
Oh, he already knows the answer.
Where do you go to download the On-Road app? Such as?
He said any app store, and follow up any app store, iOS, Google Play, any of those. Yes, winner, winner, winner. Good.
All right, another easy one. If you get your pay or settlements to the card, what are 2 ways you can access your funds?
Oh, back there. Oh, let me take, Sean's got him. There we go.
You can go through the app, or you can go online and, or your Qualcomm, I believe.
To access your funds? I mean, like, how do you use your funds?
Oh, I use it, point of sale and ATM.
There you go. Thank
Good.
you.
Very good. We need a ding, ding, ding. We need some sound effects here. Okay, what's that? My question would be, I won't ask the spelling of my name, but what's my first and last name? $50. Come on, somebody paid attention. Somebody. Oh, wait. Did I hear? You can read my name. Oh, gosh, I need to introduce myself more, maybe. You guys don't want me to keep talking.
They remember my name.
I know. Tara Homburg. It's Homburg, the German spelling, not the Swedish spelling. So Tara Homburg. You guys want to remember that name, because if you get caught with the problem and you've tried the 800 number, you've tried your fuel desk, you've tried your fleet manager, you've tried payroll, and you can't get logged into the app, or the app just isn't agreeing with you, Tara Homburg. All right.
Another question. This one's a little more difficult. How do you enroll in alerts and notifications? Is that right?
So how would you get enrolled in it? Like, what would you do physically on your phone to be enrolled?
So you go to the settings. If you have iOS, you go to the notification page and you activate notification for that specific application.
Give him, yeah, good. You have to activate it. You have to enroll in it. Look at this. Give it away. Here we go. $50. Yeah, what you want to do is text the word IN to 57911, but you do have to be signed up for it and enrolled in it, which usually is automatic. You should already be enrolled in it, but you can also text the word IN. If it says you're not enrolled in this, again, get a hold of your fuel desk, fleet manager, and if you have issues, I will be the one that will help you kind of get past that. If the 800 number doesn't help you get past that.
Yes, sir.
We have it.
If all you're using Comdata for is for lumber fees, why are you having to get online?
Lumber fees, well, we're talking about the on-road side of the card, or the on-road side of the card, the payroll side of the card. So if you get a portion of your pay or settlement onto the Comdata card, we're just talking about those funds, not
Okay,
lumpers.
it's not something I've ever needed
Yeah.
and that's why I'm trying to figure out what you're talking about.
Okay.
It's the personal side of the
Yeah,
card.
personal side of the card. Not everybody uses it. And on the alerts and notifications, that's important. It's kind of, if you have a credit card, it's just there to text you in case we think something might be fraudulent. So you know that, Comdata's got your back. So it's important. And see, we got a couple more.
Let's do one more question and give you
Yeah.
back the mic. I have some hats and things over here. We've asked you questions. Now it's only fair that you come ask me questions and get a hat, get a pin, come by and see us if you have any questions about the Comdata card.
Anything I didn't ask?
Well, so there's a couple of things that I just want to make sure people understand. So he was asking about the personal side of the card if you don't use it. A lot of people will decide, man, I would like a little mad money out here on the road. I'm going to have $50 put over on my card this week. So, you think about it and you do it then 3 months from now, 6 months from now, whatever. You don't think about this conversation we're just having right here. And you don't remember to protect it, to sign up for text alerts, things like that. And Tara, I'll let you chime in here because you deal with a lot of these, and I used to deal with a ton of these, but whenever people get declined out on the road, what is the number one reason they get declined? I'll help you out. Where I was going with this was a lot of times it's going to be because they have their own fraud concept built within their card, right? So if you swipe somewhere and it thinks, man, Sean shouldn't really be buying $400 worth of stuff in IKEA in Dallas, it will decline that. If you are signed up for text alerts, it'll send me a text that says, Sean, are you really buying all this? You confirm it and then you swipe again and you're good. If you're not signed up for those text alerts, you're sitting there getting frustrated thinking, oh, my card doesn't work. I've got money on it. They won't let me use it. When really it's a protection method for you guys out there. So really, really important to text that in to 57911 if you use the personal side of your card.
Yes, and it'll look at geographically. If you are in California and your card is just pinged in Florida, something's going on. And instead of your card just saying that doesn't work and you getting frustrated, you will get that text that says, wait a minute, is this your charge? And it might be, you might have done an online purchase that's pinging out of Florida. And that's where you would text, yes, that's me. So we do have those security measures in place for you guys, and you should take advantage of that, and it'll keep you rolling. You may have seen some videos that I put out there on Instagram talking about text and alerts in the on-road app, and keep an eye on those. I try to keep more updates coming through that way.
Why not use your bank's ATM card? Why use Comdata?
Why use your Comdata card instead of an ATM bank, or ATM card? That was
Their
the
bank card,
question.
yeah.
Okay. One of the things there, I think, would be ease of use. You've already got your card. You're already using it. You can have payroll, portion of your payroll, all of your payroll, however you'd like that to work out, go directly to your card. I know my brother drives truck and he uses Comdata. I always threaten to shut his card off, but I haven't yet because he keeps bringing me cantaloupes from Pecos, Texas. So I'm going to forgive him. But yes, it's ease of use and it's all in one place, and you've got that available for you.
So another reason I hear is because, like the scenario I just said, where you put $50 on it, your wife at home knows there's X amount of dollars in the account. If you use it out on the road, she may not realize it, and then it dwindles down before she knows it. So it's really just your mad money on the road is what a lot of people use it for. And I would actually even say some people would use it to keep it away from their spouse at times. So anyway, a lot of strategic reasons you could go about that.
I do not support that.
I don't know if it still is, but it used to be, if you used it off your Comdata card, it was pretty much a given as a tax write-off. Also, as like a business expense.
You can, if you're using your card just for business purposes, it's an easy way to track to your expenses and what you've spent. You can go online and get a report of that. That's actually what my brother was calling about yesterday, is he wanted to be able to see all of his purchases that he had made while he was out on the road. So yes, that's a good usage of it too. And that way you don't have to split them apart.
So that actually, the viewing your transactions leads us into one thing that I really wanted to mention here, guys. If you use the card at all on the personal side, make sure you download the On-Road app. Not only will it show your transactions on there, but also you can see anything that's going on with your card. So, if anything's going on with it, even if Comdata doesn't notice that something's going on and somebody did use your card, IKEA in Dallas or whatever, you could see it on there. So it's really, really important for you guys to make sure if you have any money on the personal side of your card, just sign up for the app, make sure you can watch your money, and then you can use it, various ways. So one of them is point of sale, right? You just swipe it anywhere MasterCard's accepted. You can also do peer-to-peer transfers. So if any of you guys wanted to send money home, your spouse could get another card. They can't get an on-road card like you have, but they can get another Comdata product called a ComCheck mobile card, and they register it in their name, and then you can instantly transfer money home that way, and then they could use it, swipe it the exact same way as you guys do.
And it's free to do the peer-to-peer transfer. Yes, sir, in the back.
Oh, we run it back there.
While you're doing that, why can't we use Comdata to rent a car?
Wait, who asked that question?
It was online.
Oh, online.
God, this is God.
Okay, so for rental cars and hotels, so I'll try to explain this. So when you get a rental car, they put what we call pre-authorization on the card. So let's say you're renting the car for 3 days and they're charging you $50 a day. So that should be $150 plus tax. What the rental car company does is they actually charge a little bit more for incidentals. So if you go over the time limit or something like that, they have that money. So you have to make sure you usually have about 20 to 30 extra dollars on your on-road card to get a rental car. And it's the same thing with hotels. They charge a little bit more at the beginning in case you get like a bottle of water or Coke or, get a video on demand or something like that in the hotel. So you just need a little bit extra money on the card for those pre-authorizations. Once you check out of the hotel or turn the rental car back in, they will settle for the, agreed upon amount. But that's why.
I've seen that amount be larger than $20 or $30 too on some of those, just a heads up. Yes, sir.
All right, if the cameras could only pan this way, I've got Joe here with the question.
Are we going to be able to do a card-to-card transfers from like one driver to another? If we want to say, hey, I'll give you $20, and there's the part on the app where you can transfer to another card. Is that enabled yet?
It is. It was a few months ago. I'm trying to remember exactly when it was. We put an announcement out about it, but I understand those are difficult to see sometimes. So yes, you can transfer money between yourselves right now. You can transfer money to me if you'd like to test it. But yes, it does work.
And then my second question, if we sign up for the text alerts for how you can authorize a transaction, if you swipe it, it denies it, you can authorize it and re-swipe again. Are we gonna be able to do foreign transactions? Because I've tried to buy things online.
No, that answer is no. Too much going on with it, so no, you cannot.
We have another question online. Kevin said, why do we sometimes get declined when trying to buy things like washer fluid at a truck stop?
I know the reason. Do you want to chase?
Yes. So at truck stops, you have the retail side of the store, and then you have what I call the driver side of the store with the fuel desk. Comdata has a number of product codes such as washer fluid. So sometimes the truck stop will try to run the card as a company purchase. And when I say company purchase, I mean like a fuel purchase. So if they try to do that, it's going to decline because Prime is not set up for washer fluid. So you have to tell them to run it as a MasterCard if you're trying to buy something at the fuel desk, truck related, whether it's wiper fluid, wiper blades, whatever it might be. But yeah, that is a known issue. And we have been working with the pilots and the Loves and the TAs to try to fix that.
So they talked earlier about your suggestions come usually through someone here at Prime or another company and then go to them. I can tell you, I've been barking this story for a couple of years now, probably. They definitely know my thoughts on that, and it echoes you guys' thoughts on it too. So definitely aware of it.
Good question.
Okay.
No other questions?
I do
Can
have
you-
some hats over here, so come talk to us.
Hats, pins, and a smile if you guys want to come over here
yes.
after the meeting.
Can you
Yes.
repeat the number for texting for fraud alerts?
Yes, text IN to 57911.
Thank you.
So
All right.
thank you
Yes,
guys.
thank you, guys.
I appreciate you guys being here, and I know it's important to them. They asked a while ago, said, I want to be here on, Driver Appreciation Week, so I can come up here and say thank you and do nice things for you. So very nice of them to make the trip over here. Chase is not local, Terry is. Now we have Daryl Hopkins, our controller, and we're going to talk to you a little bit about a retention rewards program. And I'm sure he's going to start out telling you about in 2002, he had this brainiac plan or blah, blah, blah. But anyway,
Well,
go ahead. with
The
it.
good news is Robert isn't here, so I can just make up whatever I want. But, all right, so I'm going to start this a little different. So Stephen and Dave said it earlier, said it best, we've been in a really interesting environment. I mean, COVID has been quite an issue. It's had a massive impact on a lot of people, mostly negative because of the health issues. But if there's one positive that might have come out of it, is the realization by a lot of our fellow Americans how valuable what the driver does and how important you guys really are. And not that we want a bad thing to happen. In fact, it's kind of sad that it takes a pandemic to make people realize just how valuable what you do is. But it happened. And it's a good thing. But I tell you, it made me realize how proud I am of our company, because it didn't take a pandemic for us. We realized it a long, long time ago, just how important you guys are. And we tried to create programs that would help you because we care about you, not because it got freight from point A to point B, but because it was good for you. I'll give you an example, and I don't know if he's speaking today, but do you know another trucking company in the nation that has 3 driver health and fitness people on staff that are dedicated to working every day trying to make you guys more healthy, live longer, and have better lives? I don't. And maybe there is one. If somebody in the audience knows, please tell me, but I don't know anybody else that does that. I also don't know another trucking company in the nation that has a retention rewards program for their drivers. Now, you might not know what that is, so that's what we're going to talk about. So we realized a long time ago, 2002, that our independent contractors didn't have the same thing that our company drivers had. They didn't have a retirement type plan. The company drivers, you guys all get to participate in our 401k plan, and that's really cool. But independent contractors didn't have that. And so we set out to create a program that would work like a retirement plan for our independent contractors. And the cool thing about this plan is that you don't even have to put money into it. We're doing it. If you're in a service, if you're in an ICOA agreement, you're in an independent contractor agreement with Prime, every anniversary that you hit, every 1-year anniversary, we put $1,000, Prime puts $1,000 in this fund. If you're leasing a truck from Success puts another $500 in, so $1,500. 2002, doesn't even seem possible. It's been 20 years. We've been doing this. And when we first did it, a lot of people were kind of like, yeah, maybe. I don't know if I'll ever see that money. It takes 10 years to vest. That's a long time. I got to be with you guys for 10 years. But every year I go to our 10-year banquets and our 15-year banquets, and I see hundreds of you guys there because you've hit 10 years. And now I start looking at the numbers that are going through this plan. And Sean's got them. I'm going to let him read some of these, but I'm just going to make one comment. Last week, what hit me, what made us decide we really need to get up here and talk about this more, is that I signed a check to a guy for $84,000. That's out of his plan. And I thought, what the crap? I need to get in this plan. So anyway, I'm going to have Sean rattle off a few numbers here because he pulled them and I was like, wow.
I agree. They are pretty impressive. Now, before I do that, I want to make sure we talk about one thing. So this driver was paid out of the plan. But if the driver is still with us, and this driver is still with us, if they're still with us, even though you meet both criteria, you're vested after 10 years and you hit age 65, if you're still driving at that point, that next year, when you would have had $1,500 put into that account, we just cut you a check for $1,500 because you can't be in the plan anymore because you're already vested and paid out. But it doesn't stop at that point. You keep getting that. And that's not any numbers that are on mine because all I pulled was what within the plan. So Daryl was talking about there's a lot of drivers in it. Right now, we have 598, almost 600 vested drivers that are going to be paid out. Now, that vested balance right now, $21,800,000. That is a lot of money that's going to people. And every day people vest, more and more people vest, right? Because everybody hits they'll hit their 10 years, they'll hit 65, whatever it is that their vesting is. So, we talk about the total number. Well, what does that mean to me individually? So I looked up to see how many of these balances, we're in certain ranges. So I looked at above 50,000, 121 drivers have a balance right now above $50,000. There are 8 drivers that have over $100,000 in their account. The highest one we have right now is $131,000 that they're going to get paid out on. Hopefully by then it grows even more. You get to choose investment options whenever you get in this plan. I don't mean you can say, I want to buy, Intel or something like that. What you can say though is I want to go low risk, medium risk, or high risk. And each one of those has a plan that's managed by Principal Financial. It's not Daryl, luckily, doing this for you. It is Principal Financial.
I can help you.
So it is outside of us. We invest into them. They manage the plans for you guys. So each one of you guys that gets money in there, you think about, what do I need? What am I comfortable with? And really, I'd tell you guys, your risk is almost zero because how much did you put in the plan? Zero, right? So anyway, it really is a great plan. Those are some great numbers. And, this year already, just through August, we've paid out $785,000 in invested payout so far this year. So it's real money. And I know you guys sitting here like, I'm on day one. Guys, it wasn't long ago. I was day one in permits, like Steve just said. And I don't know how I bounced around and just latched on a couple different places. But, I'm on year 16 right now. It happens fast, guys. It's a great company. You made the right choice. Really look at this. Make sure you do invest. Pick your investment options for it. I'll tell you the other piece of it. Make sure you fill out the form and say who your beneficiaries are also.
Hey, Sean, we have some questions online. Robert Kaufman said, how does a 30 to 90 day deployment with my guard unit affect retention benefits?
We have exceptions for certain items. They're pretty limited, don't get me wrong, but we do have exceptions for things like that will basically freeze your time. And then, if you were gone a year, it would be just added to the end of it to vest.
When we designed the plan too, we knew that as an independent contractor, when you completed a lease, you had up to 59 days to come back and keep your longevity benefits. So when the plan was created, we tied it into that same amount of time. So you had the ability to be out of the plan or away from a contract for 59 days, but you've got to be back in by that 59th or we really can't do anything about it then. So it's really important that if you take time off between a lease, you take time off for service, whatever it might be, you get back here and get into a contract by the 59th day. And I wouldn't wait till day 58. Things happen.
And then we have a question from Mark. He said, on the investment plan, can we contribute on our own in addition to Prime's contribution?
No opportunity at all. And that just keeps it cleaner that way. The type of plan it is we only invest in it.
And then we have a couple questions about who do they talk to? Who's the key contact for this program?
Yeah, so you're right. So Christina in the TWIC office is actually going to be the main contact for this. Daryl took the high road, didn't take credit for making it. I was a part of it for a long time, so I'm very familiar with it still, but Christina is the day in and day out person that you will talk to for it. And again, the basement of the new plaza and the TWIC office, she's on the right-hand side there.
Thank you.
We have one more question, I think.
The investment part of it happens after your 10 years?
No. You pick it day one. So whenever new drivers here, whenever you sign a lease, it's part of your lease agreement. It's on there and it asks you for, do you want high risk, medium risk, low risk, whatever. Now you can change it throughout. You can change it through Christina. She's more than happy to help you with that. Also, you can change it on Principal's website. And the easiest way to get to that on your My Progress in our app, Speaking of app, if you have problems with our app, Richard and Brian are over here. They'd be glad to help you with it. But in our app, there's a My Progress, and it will tell you what your amount is that you have in retention rewards right now. It'll tell you if you're vested or not. From there, it links you to Principal's website. You make a separate sign-on and password for Principal because, like I said, it's administered through them, not us. And you can change it there also, or like I said, Christina, if you want to see her.
One final comment. Rick did ask me last night to please ask everybody to eat more blueberries.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you, Daryl. Thank you, Sean. I'd like to thank all our speakers today, and we do have one more, just a couple of housekeeping things, particularly for you new folks. These meetings can be overwhelming. How am I going to remember all this stuff? Well, I'll tell you, I can't remember anything. I spend the whole day walking around the building, talking to the experts when I have a question. If I have a question that deals with maintenance, I see our shop folks. I see our vendors. I go down to payroll. I talk to them. I talk to the log auditors out there, talk to the road assist advisors, my fleet manager, the operations managers. As Jason said, there's a whole group of people here to help you. You're not on your own here. You don't have to do this by yourself. Take advantage of these people that are truly vested in your success. One more thing before I ask Steve Wutke to come up. If you served as screwed that up. Sorry, I'll start that over. If you're a veteran, if you served our country, if you defended our country, would you go ahead and stand to be recognized this morning, please? I'd like to introduce everyone to Steve Wutke, our Vice President of Sales and Marketing.
Yeah, thanks, Steve. Man, we've had a lot of stuff going on today and still have some good things left. They saved the oldest for last, not necessarily the best for last. So I'll try to get through a couple of things here. I'd like to welcome everybody that just joined our company. I think you've made a great decision. As it had been mentioned earlier, we're so far from perfect, it's ridiculous, but we get a lot of good information from these meetings. We enjoy them and we get good feedback and it makes us better. Even when we get some tough questions and some shortfalls along the way, we learn from that. So we get a lot out of these meetings. I would like to just ask you all, you see all this red around here? See a lot of people wearing red, right? We got a bunch of them here. And we have an operator, William Cadell, who, I don't know if William's here or not, probably out working, be my guess. But he came up with this idea, an acronym, RED, R-E-D. So it stands for Remember Everyone Deployed. Hence, we wear red today, which I think is really cool. We're blessed in this country. We have things the way that sometimes we don't deserve. Things are a little bit better sometimes than we deserve. But we're the best thing going in this world. And to have our soldiers, our warriors over there fighting for us consistently, keeping us safe, that's very meaningful. And we should always remember them. So thank you all that have served. We appreciate it very much. And give yourself another round of applause. It's certainly, thank you. So, we talked about how valuable our drivers are, how we love our drivers. But without good customers, man, we'd struggle a little bit, wouldn't we? So we're really fortunate. We have a great customer list. In fact, we have one of our very best customers here today. He spends time in Springfield a couple times a year. I mean, I know why he's here. It's to thank our drivers, but it's also to try to get a few more trucks along the way. So I'm going to bring up Rick Burden here from Nature Ripe, and let Rick, you got a microphone there. Oh, you got one? Or you're armed and dangerous?
Got it.
Yeah. Before he talks about his company and his product, he is from San Francisco, and he's a 49er fan, big time.
I didn't even lose the bet, and I had to wear this jersey. I don't know what bet I lost, but
you lost a bet. You lost a bet. Remember the Super Bowl, right?
Yeah, I got it.
Oh, yeah. Okay. All right. So this is Rick Burden. He really runs the transportation for the best blueberries in the country, Nature Ripe. So Rick, go ahead, talk to our operators. It's all yours.
Good morning, everybody. Like I said, my name is Rick Burden. I'm responsible for the supply chain for Naturite Farms. We're a global berry producer. We're growers. We're the largest blueberry producers in the world. And Prime does the majority of our long hauls. We do have all berry categories: strawberries, cranberries, raspberries, whatever. Also, we do avocados, and we're now going to get into cherries and in the citrus side of the business as well. So that's a little bit about Naturite Farms. But I just wanted to say how important you guys are, because we run 2 seasons at Naturite. We have a domestic season where everything's grown in North America that we sell, we grow and produce. And then we have an import season, which is getting underway right now. We bring in about 2,500 blueberry containers from Peru and Chile from September through to about March. And if anybody's seen what's happening at the ports because of this COVID situation, the entire purchasing pattern of the consumer has changed. And I think everybody in this room probably knows that everybody's buying everything on e-commerce now. I'll just give you some staggering numbers right now. There's 56 vessels right now anchored outside of Long Beach trying to get berths to get unloaded. That equates to 450 to 500,000 containers that are on those vessels. So guess where all those containers have to go? And they have to deliver somewhere. And I just came from a conference up in Chicago, and the whole theme of the conference was we are in the decade of supply chain disruption, because after this is over, something else is going to happen. So for the next 10 years, we really don't know what the new norm is. And that scares the hell out of shippers like us. So the relationships that we have with Prime, I think it's going on 11 years now. I can still remember the first day I came here and did my pitch, and the relationship has grown since then. We were about $350 million about 11 years ago, and we're $1 billion now. So we've gone through a huge growing, and we've grown with Prime as well. So I just wanted to say that as a shipper, it's really great to see all these green vests. I don't think I've seen as many green vests since I've been here, which is incredible. That's fantastic. And I hope everybody enjoyed these the yogurt parfaits and the bento snacks. That's from our ready-to-eat line. And yeah, there's some more outside. I told them for 250 people, but I think they brought for like 1,000 people, which is great. So everybody can take and enjoy it. But as Naturite Farms, we're really, really thankful for the relationship with Prime, but really thankful for the drivers, because you guys are the last. You're what our customers see as Naturite Farms. You guys are it. That's the last link in the chain. And the supply chain, because of this COVID and the e-commerce, everything has brought us to the forefront. And you guys are the main backbone of that supply chain, because you guys have the last mile delivery, or whatever you want to call it. So on behalf of Naturite Farms, please, if you ever get a Naturite load, don't turn it down, okay? Just take all the Naturite Farms loads that you guys can take, please. But thank you very much. Thank you.
Hey, Rick, thank you very much. So Rick has been a really good partner for us, and has really figured this out. It's about relationships and partnerships and really treating drivers fairly. So a couple of things I want you to remember, you new folks, you're getting into a very dangerous business. There's always going to be somebody trying to wreck you. When you get behind the wheel, you got to be ready to go. You got to have your mind focused and no distractions. All right. So do your best, do what's right, treat others the way you want to be treated. You met the guy that started our company. He's kind of busy today, but he started this thing with one truck. He's an entrepreneur. wants everybody to be an entrepreneur that has that spirit. So that's what we're all about. And we do have a really good company. We're proud to have you all as a part of it. We have a bunch of our suppliers back here that come every Saturday. Appreciate you all very much. All of those that are servicing our company with equipment. And they'll be happy to talk to you about their items and their products. So thank you all very much for joining us. Want you to be safe and enjoy your weekend. Thanks for everything you do. I'd like to thank the drivers that are out there running right now across the country. Thank you all very much for, if you're listening, that's terrific. Be safe out there. It's our highest calling. Safety is our highest calling. So thank you all very much. Be safe. Bye-bye.